Good afternoon. It's February 17th, 2023, and today we really just had um, a range day. I mean, you can see it's only 12:04, but market has like about 55 minutes till close, but you can see the buying's coming back in. We couldn't push lower. We got this double test down here, and maybe that means something, but I've seen this happen a lot, so I just want to touch on it. The highs and lows created a midline at the opening price, and you see that a lot. So I just wanted to point that out. We also could be uh, attempting right now to test the closes from yesterday. We'll just see. Have to wait and see. Um, but let's talk about these trades. So the way I saw this was we had this move down in the overnight break and a couple legs to a new low before we reversed right here. You get a successful reversal pattern, and then it just starts chopping sideways with an upward bias. You can see that right here with this level of support. And so if that's a trend channel, maybe you drag it up here, but you see that we couldn't go higher, and that's probably because of a midline. But you can see this level of resistance. So second entry, then it comes back, bounces a couple times, and you're just flip-flopping back and forth. So I don't like any of this. I don't think you want to take this one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you do, like a failed second entry short, perhaps. You can see some people like that. Then we turn down right here, and you get a break of this level of support, a more convincing break than right here. And we come up, test it. That's a first entry, second entry, higher low. And you can see some people like that too. But I don't think you want to take that. And then we get a first entry, second entry short. That's also a double test right there with plenty of room back to the EMA for a 4-tick scalp. So I think you have to take that one. I'm not sure. I'll mark this one. It's a lower high off of a second entry short, but this level of support is there. So, and you got the opening price right there. So the midline, what turns out to be the midline of the range. So I'm not too sure about that one. I'm not crazy about it. Oh, now I'm seeing this though. A nice second entry short right there off the trend line. That confirms the trend line. And you'd probably have your trend channel drawn something like that. So you have a break and you are yet to make a new low. So I like that one. It also looks like it is like a breakout pullback beneath the midline of the range. You see we tested actually once, twice, and a second time. So yeah, I think this one you have to mark that red. And then we get a break and a move to a new low, and that makes this midline accurate right here. I don't think you can take this reversal pattern. Unfortunately, it's below the EMA, so just have to sit that one out. You come up here and you get a hidden second entry, but you don't have this trend channel yet, so you can't take that. First entry, second entry, but it's an inside bar. Then you get a higher low, but it's not a good signal bar. And this is where our confirmation of this trend channel occurs, so it's just unfortunate. Come back up to the highs, and we get a strong sell-off. And we go sideways a little bit, and then you get a move to a new high before it sells off. And I just like this because it looks like a failed break above these range highs. We have a break of this channel and a move to a new high, and it's a second entry short with plenty of room. 82.75. Yeah, plenty of room back to the EMA. So I mean, I'm marking it green. It could probably be argued for red. Let's just put it as red because it's pretty good. We'll leave it there. And that forms a spike and channel down. And we get a break of the spike and channel and a first entry, second entry, but the signal bar is no good. Then you come down here, you get a lower high that's also a failed second entry long. So you might consider that one. But it kind of looks like you might be going into, okay, so it's like a breakout pullback of that midline. Um, but it's just something to think about. We just find some congestion. This looks pretty similar to this break and move to a new low down here. You can see the break move to a new low. And then you get a pretty good reversal pattern. First entry, failed second entry, reversal pattern, very bearish bar right there. So it doesn't touch the EMA, but you know, I'd probably guess you'd find be able to test these highs. You could see that this we found resistance right at this level of resistance right here. So if it breaks back in, I mean, at least it's going to test the midline. You can see people took their profits a little bit at that midline. But really what happened is it went and tested the highs of this swing. And then we're just going back and forth. And we come down here, first entry, second entry, but it broke below the EMA, and it looks like we're just ranging. So you probably don't want to take that. It looks like one-legged correction. But if you do take that, just go for 4 ticks, and that turns out to be some downward action. This looks like a good, like a failure, but really the swing high is up here. This kind of looks like a new high to me, but it's not. And so this is like a 2-tiered channel, but really it's probably just like this because you get an overshoot that leads to a break, and we don't get a new low. Yeah. And we just are flip-flopping on both sides of the EMA. You get a first entry, second entry, and that actually confirms this channel right here. But I don't think there's room back to the EMA, so I don't think you want to take that. Yeah, just 4 ticks. So I think you got to skip that. You get a second entry right there. But the signal bar is no good. Come up here, and you get what kind of looks like, I mean, this is just looks like a double top. So this just looks like a first entry. That's a second entry. But it looks like it's in no man's land. It looks like, if you have your trend drawn right there, it looks like we're still gonna try and hit the lows. So I mark this aggressive. Some people might mark it blue. And then you get this overshoot of this channel, and we get a second entry long. So you get a really nice signal bar, but with the overshoot, I'm a little nervous that we're gonna correct back to at least the midline. But that turns out to be a really good move. A lot of people like that. Perhaps there's like a channel right there or something, but that wouldn't help you. If you have it like that, okay, that makes sense. So if you have that channel drawn, um, then by all means take this. That's the second entry long off of the trend channel, but I had this one drawn. And I mean, we have we have confirmation of that down here. So that's a tough call. We do get a second entry long right there. I'm going to mark that because clearly this channel is in play at this point, and you have support from this channel. So that's what's happening right now. And yeah, that's how I saw it today. So I hope everyone had a great day. Hope you have a good 3-day weekend if you're taking 3 days. I'll be back next week.